Listen, one thing we know about Godzilla, it is on site. Hey, I got Godzilla versus Kong, the New Empire, after this. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture to see how those incidents may or may not affect our daily lives. Listen. Please hit that like button. Also, share this video if you care, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, you'll be open to a plethora of videos, movies, and television series, and pop culture chats. All right, let's get into this. Baby, let me tell you something. This going is probably more spoiler than spoiler-ish, but let's get into this. First of all, I will say if you are someone that is enjoying this monsterverse from Godzilla to Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla versus Kong, the Empire. If y'all are enjoying that, I think that you will enjoy this as well. Also, make sure if you're going to go this, take a young person. I took my nephew, and the theater that we were in, it was a lot of kids, and I am telling you, the kids enjoy this. The kids absolutely enjoy this. So let's get into it. We have Godzilla versus Kong, the New Empire. And let me go to IMDb real quick. I want to talk about or just give you the synopsis of what's going on. Because, baby, when I tell you, we were having a good time. So the synopsis is two ancient titans, Godzilla and Kong, clash in an epic battle as humans unravel their intertwined origins and connection to Skull's Island's mysteries. All right. So that's what they have on IMDb. If you are following the MonsterVerse, you followed there was Skull Kong and Skull Island and Godzilla, and they were separate. So we figured out who Kong was. We figured out he was there, that his people were there. His people come from Hollow Earth. There was fissures in the earth where creatures from the Hollow Earth and people from Earth could go back down and forth interchangeably. And that's what we found out about the Iwi people. And so, if you watched Kong, you saw the little girl who was of the Iwi tribe. Her tribe was annihilated some way on the island, and she is like the last of her kind. And one of the scientists at Monarch adopted her. So, if you're familiar with Kong and Skull Island, you're familiar with the Iwi people. As we got into Godzilla, Godzilla showed us that there are other titans on the earth and they fight for territory. And remember, like I said in the beginning, for Godzilla, it's on sight. He does not care. Godzilla is like, I told you not to be where I am at. If I sniff you out, if I figure you are where you're not supposed to be, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. It is on sight. And that's what Godzilla has been doing. So you remember Godzilla, King of the Monsters? He beat what is his name? Ghidorah. He beat Ghidorah. And so now the other monsters are like, look, I don't want no smoke with you, Godzilla. I don't want no smoke. I just want to go back where I came from, figure out my little people, let them worship me, do all this other stuff. I ain't got no smoke with you, Godzilla. I ain't got no smoke. And that's pretty much what's been going on. But baby, when this opens up, Godzilla got smoke. Godzilla got smoked. Now, why does Godzilla got smoked? Because he's hearing this message, and apparently the iwi people are sending a message out letting them know that, hey, we've got some issues and problems. And the only way that those messages come out, they come up on seismograms and seismic ographers, whatever it is, the little thing with the little lines that go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It comes up on those types of things. So you see Godzilla then just going anywhere, picking fights with anything, charging up because he went to a what do you call that place? A nuclear power plant, sucking up all the energy. Because you remember in Godzilla, that was one of the things that those that the Titans do. Because when the world was before humans flourished on it, it had a lot of nuclear, radioactive type isotopes and things like that, and that's what they feed off of. And then whatever happened, all of them went down into Hollow Earth, and so that's where you get a lot of that almost radioactive type stuff because they're closer to the Earth's crust. Anyway, baby. Godzilla's just running around here sucking up all the radiation that he can suck up. We don't know why. In the meantime and in between time, we see Kong down in the Hollow Earth doing what Kong at the Hollow Earth does. Now, so let me just go here. I'm not going to continue anyone, so you just know that Godzilla is up on top, sucking up all the energy. You have Kong down in Hollow Earth. He's been there for a while. He's still looking for his people. He hasn't really found his people. He has found other titans and things like that that he comes into conflict with, but he has not found his people. And Kong is a little lonely. Now, let me tell you something. The thing about this movie, number one, for me, it was visually pleasing. I like to see, even though it was jungle and all of this other stuff, I like to see all the little Hollow Earth creatures. I like to see them talk about the different Hollow Earth creatures. That is such a world that can be explored a little bit more. But I did enjoy that. The other thing that I enjoyed about this movie is I love that there was no big plot and it didn't really center around the humans as much. It was just a lot of fight. And again, it was on site with Godzilla. Do you hear me? On site. Anybody he came in contact with, he was about to whoop your tail. I think Kong is the emotional heartbeat, even though he didn't have the little Iwi girl around him a lot of times. He still, you still felt for Kong. You really wanted Kong to find his folks. You wanted Kong to find his people. You wanted Kong to make sure that he found his people. Uh you really, 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 we were invested in Kong. We were really invested in Kong. Uh like I said, I like the fact to see that the human element of it, it just they were basically there to give us kind of like a guidance. They were not the center plot of the story, even though it was an instance between Gia, I think that's her name, the little Iwi girl, and her adoptive mother, and the adoptive mother having some conflict of whether or not that she was going to have to give the little girl up, and the little girl having issues because she can feel the monster, she can feel all these things that are going on, but she's not really sure about what is going on. Uh like I said, they had to wrap the iwi in it. I think that as far as a culture of people, they are important. Uh, but they figured a way to wrap them in all of this in this storytelling. Let me tell you something. Godzilla is just Debo, and I've said it before. It is on site with Godzilla. Anybody, everybody can get it as far as Godzilla is concerned. You can tell that Kong has sort of like a compassion, and he he understands what's going on, and I think because of the fact that he has the ability to communicate with the little iwi girl, the little the teenager. Now she's not a little girl anymore, she is a teenager. He has the ability to interact with her and things like that, so I think that makes it a little bit better. So let's just kind of go on there. Again, this is spoiler-ish. I'm not trying to tell you the whole plot, but basically we get Kong in Hollow Earth. He ends up meeting some people of his he end up meeting his kind. He ends up coming up across the Scar King, and then there is a battle in regards to that. Huge battle. Let me just tell you this. Some of the things that I thought was a little wonky, but it was what it was. It was just a little wonky. Number one, how the hell Kong qualified for an insurance plan and a dental plan through Monarch? Because baby, he has the best dental plan. He has the best insurance plan when it comes to uh, prosthetics in the game. That's all I'm gonna say. I have never seen it before in my life, and he knows it. He knows he can flip up from Hollow Earth and come up and get his dental and his medical boop, boop, taken care of. Best dental plan in the world. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, Again, I told you that Godzilla is Debo. He does not care. It's on site with him, and that is and that is a wonderful way for Godzilla to be. Godzilla said he is the king of the monsters, and he means it. When he says that you all need to be where you are, Kong, you need to be down there in Hollow Earth. If you coming up here like you coming up here, ain't no talking with me because it's on site. I'ma whoop your behind, and that's what Godzilla does. It was good to see Godzilla find his tribe. Uh, Again, in God Kong, excuse me. Kong is the emotional heartbeat of this movie, and so it was very good to see him find his tribe. Now that little red thing, little I don't even know what you call. I'm gonna call him Little Red Kong. You got to watch out for his little behind. Cause he is sneaky as he want to be. Don't let that cute little face fool you. That's a little sneaky little son of a gun, and you will see it. He's a little sneaky son of a gun. He ends up getting a little bit better, but mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And Kong had to show him what was what. Kong had to get in that tail. He actually had to get in that tail. He had to show him, look, you're gonna get up here with the big dogs. You better be ready to fight like the big dogs. And baby wasn't ready because he was just a baby. He wasn't ready. We got some new monsters. Uh, Mothra makes a reappearance. We see Shimu or Shima. We see that monster come in. What else? Who else do we see? Some little crab like monster that comes up in there. So we're introduced to a lot of different monsters and things like that. So it like I said, take the kids. They enjoy all of it. The fights, the back and forth between Kong and Scar. They enjoy. Oh my gosh, it was good. Like I said, if you come to this and where you just want to see monsters duke it out, this is a good movie for you. If you are sitting around trying to figure out what this plot is and the meaning of it all and stuff like that, this plot was very loose. It was very loose. It was just like they had some stuff to work out, and this was the movie that they were going to work out. So they figured, let me use my visual effects and my fights and things like that, my CGI. Let me make that bigger because the plot is not what you think it's going to be. It's not masterful. We don't find out a whole lot of more. We don't find out a whole lot of information, but it's the fights. It's the monsters attacking monsters. If that is what you love about this movie, this is what you will get. If you want to know about the inner workings and when man uh came into be and all that, if you're looking for a hit, no, it's not. This is not that movie for you. So what would I rate this movie? I would tell you to go see the movie. Like I said, if you are looking for a plot to be the meat and potatoes of this movie, this is not the movie for you. If you're looking for fight scenes, uh, epic fight scenes, knowing different monsters, learning about different monsters. This is the movie for you. I will tell you, if you want to have a good time, take your nephew, take your niece, take your children, take whoever it is, and watch them have the joy of watching the monsters fight and get all grossed out and all that kinds of stuff like that. It's fun to watch them have fun, and then you will have fun if you're that type of person, because I am that person. So, what would I rate this out of 5 stars? I will give Godzilla versus Kong, the New Empire, I would give it 3 stars. Again, the monster fights bring it over. There is no really big plot. Basically, it's just very loose. Honey, I'm still trying to figure out how Kong had this best dental and insurance plan through Monarch, because I need to talk to Monarch. If Monarch got plans like this, I need to talk to Monarch. All right. All right, people. Again, I give this movie 3 stars. Again, if you're over here on this Easter weekend, go out and see this movie with your family. It is a really good movie to do that, especially with little kids that love hijinks and things like that. All right. We do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos, child. And as always, people, bye bye.